guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is BYDALESMITH, and for my host subscribers, thank you so much for joining again. I really appreciate you guys, and please do not forget to watch all my previous videos, subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Okay, this video is going to be a very straightforward one. It's basically going to be me talking about what you shouldn't bring to Canada if you're going to be moving here. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Basically, as some of you are already packing and getting ready to move down here, and you already know most of the things that you need to bring here. However, just to make sure that you're on the right track, we're going to be going over the list again, and I'm going to be reminding you about things that you need to bring here. I'm just going to be giving a general information. I think some people do know these, while maybe some people do not, but I believe everybody knows. So in Canada, there are 4 seasons, right? We have the autumn, which is also the fall, the spring, summer, and we have winter. The seasons for summer, it starts from sometime around June to August. Then we have fall. Presently, we're in fall. That starts from September to somewhere around November. Then we have winter, we start around December up until March. It might still be winter, but like from March, ideally it should be spring. So from March to May. Yeah, that's basically the 4 seasons that we have here. Knowing all that and that being said, for people that have already like prepared their minds and are ready to kind of come here, they know what they're coming to do. It takes about roughly 3 months to kind of settle in like properly. But for people that are not even kind of like, familiar with the things they will probably face here, accommodation, getting a job, whatever it is that you need to do to kind of settle in properly here, it takes longer than that, maybe like 5 months, 6 months. For me, it took me literally about 3 months to kind of get my head in the space, because when I got here, I just started schooling because it was like really close. So but fortunately, I found an apartment like a week after I got here, so it was a bit easier for me. But for other people, it might not be the same story. So yeah, you need to just make sure that you are ready and you've planned accordingly before you just move and everything, because immigration is quite difficult. It's not difficult, but like it's exhausting, and if it's not well planned, you just find that you're just frustrated in a new country, which doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I also want to kind of advise that I know that it's very hard to move out from where you are or where you're used to another country. You'd want to have everything that you've always had with you there, but honestly, I would advise against excessive luggage. You shouldn't carry things that you do not necessarily need, and that's what this video is going to be about. Things that you ideally need to carry, like things that would actually help you survive, things that will help you settle down easily. Those are the things you have to bring when you're coming. Just part ways with any other thing you feel like, oh, I need them, because trust me, it's just going to stress you at the end of the day. And at the airport, there's literally an estimated kg that your luggage needs to be before you can get on a flight. I think it's about 23 kg per luggage. So you have just 46 kg, and you have to make sure you're using it wisely. You don't want to just pack things and then no. Try as much as possible to kind of make sure that you are not unnecessarily attached to things that you don't need, because I know it's very hard to kind of leave certain things, your favorite shoes, your favorite bag, your favorite clothes or whatnot, but trust me, these are things that, yeah, you can always get them later, but when you are here, you can get them later when you're more settled, but things that will actually help you to settle is what you need to focus on. After giving you all of that advice, now we're going to actually dive into the major things you need to bring into Canada, right? So the first thing you want to bring into Canada is your documents, all your documents. You need to make sure that you come with all your documents. And when I say all your documents, every document that makes you who you are, your birth certificate, your educational certificates, anything and everything that recognizes you as an individual, right? You do not want to leave them back home. This is general. If you're coming from Africa, if you're coming from India, wherever you're coming from, you need to make sure that you have all your documents with you. Sometimes I might be, be specific because I'm Nigerian. If you're going to be traveling with like your kids or your family, make sure you get every document that is essential for your kids, for yourself, your passports. Do not forget anything, don't leave anything out. The second thing is, honestly, this is like a huge shock for me, but I'm going to tell you right now, do not, if you know that you are somebody that drives and you want to come here to get like a car, you want to be driving and everything, do not forget your driver's license. Make sure that that thing is in your bag. Bring it. If your driver's license is going to expire a couple days before you come, renew it. Apply for a renewal wherever you are. In Nigeria, apply for a renewal and make sure you have somebody that can pick it up for you and kind of send it down here, or you just get a new driver's license. And if you know that you want to drive when you get here, however you do not have any experience, make sure you start driving in Nigeria. Learn, get your driver's license. Anything, anyway, anyhow you want to do it, make sure you come with a valid driver's license to this country. If you know that you want to drive within the first couple years of your stay here, really be much more easier for you if you have a valid driver's license from your country. Because here, if you don't have any experience or whatever and you don't have a driver's license, it takes time. Trust me, I've been doing my findings and it takes time, and you have to pass the exam. It's not like back in my own country, you just literally have to do a little, somebody can teach you, your sister, your brother. Here, if whoever is teaching you is not even an expert, that's a problem. That's a major problem. So whoever is going to be teaching you has to be, I think, above 25 years old and have like a valid driver's license, a valid Canadian driver's license, or whatever that is, I don't know. So yeah, or you go to a driving school, which is quite pricey. Honestly, the best thing is just for you to get your driver's license where you're coming, so it makes it easier for you to drive, move around. If you know you're the type that drives and you cannot probably like cope with the bus or whatnot, and if that's your plan, let's assume you're a family, when you get here you want to get a car and then you want to start driving, you want to make sure you come with your driver's license. See, as I'm emphasizing it, come with your because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck for 2 years, because it takes time. The driving process, how you're going to get your driver's license, it takes time. You need to train, you need to pass the exam, you need to be supervised, so before you say that you are on the road and you're driving by yourself without supervision, it takes about 2 years for that to happen, because they have a lot of rules here, street sign and everything. I do know because I'm trying to learn how to drive. I mean, I have a little experience, but like, it's not gonna cut it, man. It's not driving here. Imagine my whole life right now. Let's say I even have money and I want to get a car. Who's gonna drive it? Who? So it's very important that you come with your driver's license. That's number 2 thing that you do not want to forget. Moving on to the third thing that you need to bring when you're coming here is your cards. So I know that, I'm leaving Nigeria, I'm gonna leave my cards, my MasterCard, whatever, I don't need it. Trust me, it does help. And do not forget to have all your bank apps on your phone. The apps are very important, because let me give you a scenario. I came with all my cards and everything, but I misplaced everything, right? And then I misplaced my purse, like the old purse. I had my cards in there, I had my SIM card, my Nigerian SIM card, I had everything in there, but I misplaced the purse. So when I wanted to kind of like access my account and do like other things, it was requesting to send an OTP to my Nigerian number, and I can't access that, right? So it was only my apps that were already opened that I needed to use just my Face ID for, that I was able to use. Till now, I can't still access some apps, like my GT Bank app. I can't do that because you need to get like a code or whatnot to log in, based on the fact that I already misplaced. So I was trying to, and I can't remember my password. So It's a shitload of work, but it would really help you if you have your cards with you, especially if you have like a dollar card or anything like that. It does work here when you do not necessarily have enough cash on you, because yes, you're going to come with cash, but you don't want to carry too much cash because you never can say what will happen. So you don't want to be moving with too much cash. When I came in, I had a lot of cash on me, and trust me, my heart was in my throat, because if I were to misplace the money with the purse, I would have just gone mad. Like, I would be crazy. Just so you're avoiding that, make sure you come with all your Nigerian cards. If you have a DOM account or a dollar card, make sure you come with that. Make sure all your banking apps are working and you have access to everything, because it really does help. You will still need to access all these funds in your Nigerian account or whatever country you are in, or I mean whatever country you're coming from. You still be able to access this and make sure that all your apps are up to date and running and working. So that's the third thing that you need to come with to Canada. So this next thing that you have to bring is like my favorite part, because who doesn't like food? Come with all the food stuff that you can think of in your head. If you're from another country, if you're from Nigeria, come with any food stuff that you feel like this is what you like to eat. It's your culture. You don't think, because here, what they eat here, you may not necessarily like it. I mean, for the first few months that you're going to be here, you may not necessarily like the kind of food or the kind of things that they sell here. And if you're Nigerian food here is very pricey. They do have African stores, not Nigerian stores. So they have African stores where you can easily get certain items, but they are super pricey. And I would not advise you to have that plan at the back of your head that, you know what, I'm just gonna buy. When you first get here, you don't want to waste money like that. You want to make sure that you bring lots of food stuff that you know that, oh, this is what I eat and I'm used to, whatever it is that you're used to, and you feel like it will really help you to kind of settle in. Bring them. It doesn't matter, bring them. If you're Nigerian, I would advise that you bring stuff like gari. They are pricey here. You would go to African stores and find Ijebu gari, find yellow gari. You might not even find yellow gari, but I've seen Ijebu gari. I've gotten Ijebu gari from the African store, because the one I brought from Nigeria is finished. So you want to make sure you bring gari, because you can soak that, you can make eba with it, you can do anything with it. You want to make sure you bring all your blended soups, like egusi, blend your egusi, blend your ogbono, get your ugu leaves, dry it, let it be dry, bring that one. If you want to bring kuli kuli, bring everything you feel like, oh, this is what I eat, because honestly, you would still end up eating the food here, but you might not just like it. And you want to make sure at least you're filling your tummy with food the first 3 months or the first few months you're settling in, with all the stress you will have to go through because you have to search for an apartment and all that. So you want to make sure at least food is settled when you get back home after a very long day, or get back to your Airbnb or whatever, you have food to eat. And you can also get stuff from their superstore here. They do have things, but imagine if you have like your blended egusi and all that, you can easily just get spinach, or get the fish, salmon fish, or get the beef, or get the chicken, and you mix everything together and you have your soup right there. And you make your eba, come with your poundo yam. If you like pap, come with your pap. Just make sure everything is blended, and then you put in a ziploc and name the items. Oh, gari, eba, poundo yam. I came with amala flour, that's yam flour. I came with yam flour. I came with my poundo yam flour. I came with gari. I came with pap. I don't even drink pap, but I'm just like, you know what, never to be cut on fresh. I came with my pap. I came with beans flour, cause I like moi moi, I like akara, but I'm actually not tried any, but like, yeah, I'm just gonna come with everything that I think that at any point in time I can crave. So I forgot my beans when I was coming, but I actually bought beans. I picked the beans, did everything, put it in Ziploc. I picked it the night before. That was so painful. I didn't come with beans. I came with my gari. I forgot my egusi too. The egusi I bought here, I do not necessarily like it. It doesn't necessarily like taste the way I want it to. So that's what I'm saying when I talk about the African stores. They are so pricey, and you are not guaranteed the taste that you have from our country. That's we Nigerians. But like for every other person, whatever food is peculiar to you in your own country, make sure that you bring that, and yeah, you have stuff to eat for the first couple months that you're going to be here. Also, still on food, I know that some people might be coming with their families, like their kids and all that. So if you feel like your kid has a particular kind of food that they eat, they do have a lot of cereal here, they have a lot of milk types or whatnot, but you know that this is what your kid eats. You know that, oh, if they eat something different, it's probably going to make them purge, it's going to make them sick or whatever. If there are certain foods that you know that your kids love to eat, make sure that you pack enough of that till you find a substitute when you get here. Make sure you're packing food that would be enough for like 3 months or 4 months of your stay. That is when it's actually very crucial, because you are still settling and getting to know the environment, where to get stuff, kind of stuff you need. You will still be struggling with that. So to make sure that you at least have 3 months worth of food and everything, you want to make sure you're getting those things for them. Make sure you come with grounded pepper. Ground pepper is very important. Come with Cameroon pepper. Come with because most of their peppers here is not necessarily hot, right? There are some Mexican peppers, right? If you go to like Mexican stores, Mexicans actually take a lot of hot spices, so you can actually go to those stores and ask them for like the hottest pepper they have, and they're going to give that to you. So if you know you're that kind of person and you do not want to necessarily go to those Mexican stores, you can buy your Cameroon pepper, you can have your ground pepper, and yeah, that's basically that about that. So after you've gotten all the food, everything you need to eat and be strong to settle down in Canada, you want to make sure that you bring drugs, right? Drugs are very essential, especially where I come from. As Nigerians, you want to make sure that you have all your malaria drugs, you have your typhoid pills, whatever allergies you have, whatever ulcer drugs, anything you know that you need to kind of survive, like the drugs you use. Maybe you're an ulcer patient, you have a certain type of drug you use for menstrual pain, you have a certain type of paracetamol, or you can't use any other pain relief apart from paracetamol or whatnot. You want to make sure you bring all these drugs, because trust me, here the healthcare system is okay, is good. I've never had any encounter with it. I've never had to go to any hospital, even though I pay medical insurance every month. I've never had any reason to go to the hospital, because you need to book an appointment. You can't just walk into a hospital here and say, I want to see the doctor. No. And if your situation is not it's not like urgent or an emergency, then it takes time for them to kind of attend to you. So I've never had any experience with that, but I've had a friend that she had like very severe sore throat, and when she went to the hospital, they were asking so much questions, what I'm like, just attend to her, right? But fortunately, she was with somebody that just told her to keep on pretending. So you have to pretend and make it seem like you're literally about to die before they can attend to you. So it's very important that you come with all your drugs, especially families. If you know your kids use certain drugs when they're sick or when they have certain reactions, so make sure that you're carrying enough drugs, and whatever drugs you're bringing, make sure that you get a prescription for them. Just go to the pharmacy and get like drugs, whatever it is that that you use a lot. Check the expiry date. Don't get expired products, right? So you check that, they put the prescription for you, you put everything in Ziploc, and you name them accordingly, right? Remove everything from the packs. If they have like big cartons, remove everything from the packs, and just use like a rubber band to kind of like put them together, put the name. If you do not remember how to use them, write a description on it and paste it on it. Just have your prescription kind of receipt or whatever. How did these drugs help me? Because I've had like a very severe cold when I came. I came with my cough syrup. This is what I came with. So this is finished because I had to use it. I had a very severe cold and I had like serious headache and everything, but because I had these drugs with me, it was very easy for me to just use them. Imagine if I had to go to the hospital and everything, it would take time. And it's not if it is not, what I just want you to know is, if your situation is not serious, you won't get the attention you need, even if you have your medical insurance or what. Also, the medical insurance covers you to an extent, not fully. I'm a student, so I do not necessarily know about other kind of medical insurance. So yeah, make sure you come with the necessary drugs that you or your children or your family might need. I feel like those are the major general things that everybody needs to bring when you're moving down to Canada. Now I'm going to be more specific. I'm going to be talking to the ladies in the house. If you're there, drop a comment. Let me know that you had this part so you're not alone in this journey. So if you're a lady and you're moving down here, start buying your wigs now. Any money you have, buy wigs. Buy, keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but like, yeah, have like 5 wigs. If you know you like braided wigs, buy them, because you don't want to start working into any salon here. Even if you decide that, okay, you know what, I want to splurge, I want to spend this money, the kind of thing they will do on your head, you will not like it, because they would not understand how your hair works. Especially Nigerians, African, we have like a kind of, texture, and very beautiful texture right there. Yeah, they won't understand how to work around it. So make sure you come with your wigs, make sure you come with your braided wigs if you like braids, make sure you come with your hair stuff if you have hair straightener, if you know you will be needing hair straightener, tonguing, whatever. But for the tongers, it would be advisable that that one is very tricky, because here the kind of mouth that their socket has, like where you have to plug these things, is not like the 3 mouths that we have in Nigeria, right? I don't know about any other country, but like if you want to bring any hair stuff, tonguing stuff, straightener, curler, hot comb, or all that stuff, if you're bringing them from Nigeria, ours usually have like 3 mouths, right? So if you're able to get the ones with 2 mouths, like let me show you an example. So you can see this mouth, right? This is basically how their socket is like here. So if you're coming with those items, make sure that you're getting this kind of this kind of plug or whatnot, because how their socket here is like. However, you can also get like what's the name, a travel adapter. This travel adapter has like different kinds of holes for different kinds of plugs, right? So when you come, that's what I did when I came, because I came with my hair straightener. I bought that from Nigeria. I bought the curler, I bought the hot comb. I bought those 3 things from Nigeria. However, they have like 3 mounts. I'm sure Nigerians will understand what I'm saying. So if you know that you want to get this stuff, make sure it's either you get them with the 3 mounts and buy like a travel adapter that has different ports for different types of plugs, or you make sure you get all these tools with the 2 mouths kind. When I first got here, I love braid a lot. Trust me, braid is like literally my go-to. Wig is like so much stress. Just look at that. I have to stretch this hair every time I want to wear it, right? Because if I'm gonna be wearing something, it might as well look the best way it should look, right? So because I'm not this necessarily that kind of person that wants to focus on dragging hair every morning, doing this, doing that, I love braids. It's very, very easy. Just pack up, fling to the back, whatever it is you want to do with it, right? But the first time I made my braids here, I made it $250. That is about roughly 16 hours work, or more, to be honest. In fact, it's more. So imagine working for over 16 hours, and trust me, you only have 20 hours in a week as a student. Just imagine that kind of investment on something you're going to take off after 1 month or less. You absolutely don't need that in the first few months you're going to be here, right? So that's super pricey. Going to the salon is pricey. Even if you don't want to go to the salon, you want to go and do it to somebody somewhere that is doing hair on that, they will still charge you, they will still collect money from you, and the money is ridiculous, right? So you want to come with your wigs, because honestly, you don't want to be spending so much money on hair when you first get here. You can use that money for reasonable stuff. So make sure you come with your wigs, make sure you come with anything that makes you look good. Come with those. And then you can also come with your makeup. Just come with a few items, right? For me, I'm a makeup artist, so I came with virtually all my stuff, all my makeup stuff. I came with them because, like I said, you don't necessarily know how the country works, right? So you just want to be prepared. So because I know that when I get here, I want to start my business real quick, I came with everything that helps my business, that helps me to render the services that I do offer. So come with a couple makeup items. If you have like a specific brand, then you can buy or whatnot, but there are a shitload of brands here There are so many makeup stores. You can order them online, whatever. But if you are somebody that likes a particular brand from your own country or from whatever, by all means, get those items. But make sure you're not carrying too much, because liquid adds to your weight or whatnot. So that's that. Another thing is, if you also know that you like nails, you like fixing your nails like me. My nails are really ugly right now. I love getting my nails done. I love manicure and pedicure a lot. It's like a major part of me. If you don't see me, if my hair is not done, my nails, my toenails, they have to be done. But Sakba hey, they did not tell me about it, right? So if you know you're like me and you love to fix your nails and all that, just come with press on, I beg. Just come, buy enough press on, and or maybe when you get here you can order them, because if you want to go to a store to fix your nails, hey, especially if you like all those long Cardi B nails, hey, I'm telling you from experience. So you just sit down, you just do rubbish on your hand, $150 gone, fiam. I'm just thinking about everything that has happened to me in this country, but like, yeah, I'm telling you so that you can avoid all these things. So it's not because I don't want you to do shakara. You can come and spend money, splurge. But trust me, it is not sustainable. So yeah, another thing for ladies is, I know that some people have like specific sanitary items that they use. Like some people cannot use any other kind of pads or whatnot or anything, because the pads they have here, they might not necessarily have the exact type. I mean, there's Always and the rest here. I think I've seen a couple. Yeah, I've seen Always here. And I've seen a couple others. So if you know that you have like a particular sanitary pad or sanitary or item that you use, make sure you buy enough for your stay. These are just sanitary items. It's not like as if you eat them, right? And you literally have your period every month, so you can buy like enough for like a whole year, or you buy a few, and when you get here you look at the one or the brand that you feel like kind of matches your system and everything, because I know some people react to certain changes and all that. So if you know that you have like a special kind of a preference of sanitary towel or whatnot, make sure you bring enough of that. And yeah, even if you don't bring enough, you can always get them from Nigeria when and if you run out of the ones that you come with. But like I said, this is basically for you to just settle in, right? Just make sure you have all these stuff for like the first 5 months or the first 6 months you're going to be spending here. So yeah, that's another thing for the ladies. Oh, did you think I forgot the guys? No. I have some juice for you now. My guys, my G's. I can't leave you, huh? I got you. Hold up. I'm gonna tell you what you need to bring. So for guys, I know that you guys feel like, oh, it's just basic stuff. I'm just gonna go into buy my hair or whatever. Okay. By the time you first come and you spend $50 to barb hair, and the Obama style you told them to barb, they did not barb Obama style for you. They are barbing Omamba style. That's when you will know that you have to know how to use your clipper. Buy your clipper, my dear, my brother, my uncle. Buy your clipper. Learn how to barb. If you know you don't know how to barb, my dear, fall in love with skin. Just barb it anyhow. Because when you first get here, the first few months, especially for people that have fast hair growth, in Nigeria, like let me talk about Nigeria. Now in Nigeria, you probably barb your hair for like 1.5, big man, barb your hair 2K at most. Actually, you cannot barb your hair 10K. Maybe you can, I don't know, but like you barb your hair at most 2K. When you get here and you barb it maybe twice a week, or even for some people that like to do shakara like that, you barb it every week. When you get here and you want to start doing that lifestyle here, okay, it's not a lot of money. $50 is not plenty, but by the time you spend 50, that's 200, and you've not gotten a job. You're not earning dollars yet. You're just converting naira. Idea. You are setting up yourself, cause ego choke. But honestly, if you're a guy, just make sure that you kind of know how to do like the basic barbing. It will really help you at least for the first 3-4 months or whatever. Then when you're more settled in, you can find the barbers that are good and all that. But hair, For guys, even if you're barbing the simplest cuts, they will charge you $30. That's minus tax. That's minus tips. Because here you have to give tips. Except you're a bad person. How will somebody do work for you and not give tips? You see? You're a bad person. So if you know you don't want to enter inside the trap of barbing your hair, paying tax and still giving tips, my uncle, my brother, what a life. Make sure that you bring your clipper and you learn. Just do his buzz. You could do alright. Last you'll be wearing cap all through. But like here, to be very honest, you should learn how to kind of barb your hair. It would really save you a lot of cost. And for here, you can't just walk into a store and say you want to barb your hair. You have to book appointment. That's another thing. You have to book appointment for everything. Some barbers will tell you all the whole of October is booked. You can't book, so you have to wait till November to barb your hair. Uncle, you have to look good now. Just use your clipper. Do it like that. You get me? So yeah, that's it for my guys. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is clothing, right? I know. Drip lord, drip goddesses, drip mommy, drip father. You know they work for Canada. If you go carry summer clothes for winter, you go God will finish you. That's why I first mentioned the weather in the beginning. There are different seasons here. It all depends on when you are coming. During summer, you want to just have like light clothing like this. You can go out like this during summer. Like you can see like my chest and everything is bare. You can go out with this. During winter, you want to be well coated. Like you need to have the thickest jackets. During spring, you can still flex your dresses like these, just like turtlenecks, like all these cardigans, yeah, those ones. Then during spring, it's literally the same thing, right? It depends on how cold you get and how your body can kind of like adjust to the climate here. But like what I'm trying to tell you is don't go and just pack clothes. I want to just make sure you pack the necessary things you need. So if let's assume you're coming during winter, buy the thickest jackets you find in Nigeria. You can get all these jackets from thrift stores. In Nigeria, you can get it from eco markets. They have different stuffs there, so you can buy one or two, because you also don't want to be packing too much in your luggage. You have to pack reasonably. If you're coming during winter, carry like one jacket or two jackets, just for you to just settle in for the first 3 or 5 months. When you are settled in, I can't even emphasize this, the number of shopping I've done since I got here, even me, I cannot believe it, because everyday sales. As I'm entering that mall, as I'm seeing sales, I'm like, maybe these sales will close. Nigerian mentality now, maybe they will close these sales in 2 weeks. My dear uncle and sister, when you go in 5 months time, in 2 months time, in 3 months, you will see this. They are still doing that sales no they end for abroad. So don't put pressure on yourself that you want to carry your favorite dress, your favorite this, your favorite that. Just carry necessity. Then another thing is thinking of the kind of shoes you should bring. Party goers. Me, I dey go party. I'm like life of the party. But you see me, all my heels in Nigeria. I didn't bother myself because I'm like, to what end? Even if I need them, you can always send stuff from Nigeria down here. Like, there's no pressure. You just need to settle in first. Just settle in. All these things will come later, right? So all that shoe, you want to carry the IS, your favorite Louis Vuitton. Just make sure you're carrying sneakers, very comfortable shoes. I have lost my toenail. The 2 first toe on my feet, I've lost my nails on them because I wasn't wearing comfortable shoes for the shift I went for. I went for a shift and I was wearing really tight shoes, and trust me, that really took a toll on my legs. My nails have not grown till now. So what you want to focus on is shoes that are very comfortable. They are convenient. You can wear them from morning till night. Even if you're getting the most fancy sneakers, make sure it's comfortable for you. You see that extra luggage that, I'll pay for extra luggage when I get to the airport. Trust me, extra luggage is not even extra, because the money they will tell you to pay for extra luggage, the things you pack in the extra luggage, it won't still make sense. It will just be little items, and then you're paying 50k for the extra luggage and you still have not packed everything. So it's pointless at the end of the day, right? If you're coming during winter, pack a couple jackets for winter, because you can always buy here. However, pack the ones that you'll be able to wear for 2 to 3 months, because if you're coming during winter and you want to buy winter stuff here, it's pricey. So when you come in, get like 2 or 3 winter jackets, thick ones. Yeah, That's it for clothing. That's basically everything on what you need to bring when you're coming to Canada. So, to dive into the things that you should not bring into Canada. Those don't even bother, because why? Why? Let's get into it. So number one thing that you don't even stress about it, because here they're very strict with their rules. Do not bring any chicken, beef, or dairy products. I know you want to buy Indomie chicken or Indomie Oriental onion something something. I mean, I've heard a lot of people that say, "Oh, I brought it," and they didn't even check me. They didn't even check me. Your own story might be different, oh. It might be different, oh. And it's small thing where they make your village people catch you. So if you know you have village people, especially for those that have village people, don't bother yourself. Because they would probably seize it at the airport. You won't be able to bring it in. But like if you get lucky and then you pass through it, then that's fine. But I do advise anything that kind of sets you back when you're trying to get into another country. To what end? Why do you want to do that? So don't bother to bring anything that has chicken in it. If it's chicken flavor, chicken something, anything that has chicken, don't bother yourself. Don't bother yourself. Anything that has beef, Maggi chicken beef, Maggi non-chicken, Maggi something, Maggi. You can bring crayfish, or you can bring I think crayfish is like the best right now. When I was coming, I bought crayfish Maggi and Indomie. It's Indomie, but it's crayfish seasoning or crayfish flavor or whatnot like that. That's the one I brought. I don't even have it again. I would have shown you guys. And another thing, you can get on, even if you know, because I know some people will be like, it's only pig milk I can take in this life. If I take another milk, I will die. It's only custard egg milk I can take. It's only something milk I can take. It's on. They don't allow dairy stuff. If you want to come here, maybe you should come in peace. They don't allow dairy stuff. So if you like yourself, forget chicken, forget beef, forget dairy. I think they allow infant milk, like baby milk and all that. I think they allow that. But adults, all those powdered milks, all those that you want to carry. Honestly, people say that, "Oh, I brought it. And I'm reiterating the fact now. You might not be part of the lucky ones. You will just waste your money because they will seize it at the airport and that's it. And then it will waste your time. It will kind of scatter the happiness and the kind of flow of joy that is within you, because it will now look like stress. Do you understand? So to avoid anything that will stress you, just forget all those items. Another thing is, I've told you to bring food stuff, and I've said it: blend, grind, and name. Don't go and carry giant seed that looks scary before they think you want to I don't know. Don't carry giants. So if you're bringing your egusi, grind it, be cool. If you're bringing your ogbono, grind it, sister. The only thing you don't need to grind is what's the name, your dry fish. You can bring your dry fish, just like debone it, bring your dry fish, bring all those things. Another thing that is important, don't go and bring groundnut oil. What? I almost carry groundnut oil as they see me, but I felt stupid. I'm like, Eduro, wait, is it not oil they used to fry all their fries? And I felt so stupid. I dropped it at the airport. Then palm oil is important, but don't go and carry a keg. Don't say it's the BYDALESMITH YouTube channel. You saw it that she said it's not me. You can carry palm oil, but just like a small bottle, right? Something like this. That's what I brought when I was coming. Not the keg. All those slim bottles that be slim. And then you can put it in like different bottles. That's also advisable. But you freeze it. But if you freeze different, it will look, tacky. So you can just freeze like this kind of bottle. All those very slim ones. Freeze it and carry, because they do have palm oil here, but it does not necessarily have that Nigerian palm oil taste that you want. It's not red. It's not giving that giving. The palm oil I brought, I've had it. I came in March. I still have palm oil, and this is September. Palm oil is not something you eat every day. You use more of oil. I don't use oil as much though. But like, palm oil is for soup and all those things. So you don't need to bring a gallon or a big keg of. It's not necessary. I know that I said bring all the food that you eat in this life. Now, some of you will come and say, I don't eat anything apart from yam. They are born me with yam. If I don't eat yam and egg, yam and beans, yam and this, yam and that. If you go and carry tuber of yam, And you know, because to be yourself, I've already carried all the kg in your box. Why do you want to carry 2 pounds of yam? So I don't think it's necessary to bring yam sha, because yeah, yam, why? Go little now. It's not that serious. You get me? There's yam in African store here. Even if it's cost, forget yam. And if you want to bring, I think I've also heard a couple people say that they cut it into smaller pieces and dry it. But when you think about it, you be drying yam. Yeah, I think I've touched on everything that you need to bring and things that you do not need to bring. If there are other things I didn't mention, just drop it down below, comment on them. If you have any other questions on what to bring and what not to bring and I didn't address them here, drop a comment down below. I'm definitely going to be there to respond. And when you're done watching this video, if it was really helpful, because I know it to be very helpful, I'm certain it's going to be very helpful, please like the video. That really means a lot to me. Don't just drop a comment that your lipstick is fine. I know it's fine. I know this makeup is fine. I know my hair is fine. Just like the video for me, okay? Thank you so much, and we've come to the end of this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with somebody that needs it, okay? Don't be a stingy person now. Share. There's love in sharing, okay? So bye.